Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Power BI Zero to Hero series. In this series, we are going to cover Power BI from scratch. In the previous video, we have seen how we can get data from an Excel workbook to Power BI and we imported this orders table. Now, in this video, we are going to see how we can apply formattings to this Power BI blank page. So first of all, we will see what is tooltip. Tooltip means if we hover over any component of the Power BI, we see any kind of thing comes up on hovering. That the new appearance is called tooltip. For example, if I hover on this component, then there is some visual or format comes up and there is some text written there, add data to a visual. This is called a tooltip. Now we will start with the formatting. To start with the formatting, we will refer to this visualization pane. On this visualization pane, we have two options. First one is for building visuals. So we have the collection of visuals here. Second, we have formatting option. So we will refer to this formatting option here. I have clicked on it. After clicking, I have seen many of the options here. So these are the formatting categories. In the first category, we have page option, page information. Second is canvas setting, canvas background, wallpaper, filter pane, filter cards. These all are the formatting categories. And over the search pane, in this we can search for any kind of formatting property. For example, I have searched for background. In this searching this category, searching this keyword comes up with the whatever formatting options we have with this keyword all will appear here, like canvas background and background of filter pane. These comes up. To remove this keyword, I will click on this cross option here. We will now go with the options one by one. Firstly, I have to rename this page, so we can rename it from here as well, but we are going to see these options here. To rename this page, I will click on this arrow. It will expand the options. To rename it, we have the renaming text box here. I can rename it as canvas formatting. You can rename it to some any kind of text you can use according to the business need and the report name. Secondly, I we will see how we can resize this page. To resize this page, we will go to this canvas setting. I will click on this arrow button again. Now I will see the vertical alignment of the report and the type. So vertical alignment means whether we want just report to top aligned or the middle aligned. By default, it is top aligned. If we want it to be middle aligned, then we will select the middle option. Now we will change the size of this report. To change the size, we have by default 16 by is to 9 selected. We can change it to the some different sizes like 4 is to 3, letter size, tooltip size, and this tooltip can be used to some other component of the Power BI report or the visual to hover over that and show this tooltip. If we go to this page information formatting, then this option allow users tooltip is the same option as this canvas setting type tooltip. If we want to resize this page accordingly or other than these sizes, then we can click on this custom and we can rename resize from here. For example, 1500 bits and the height is 800. This is the default one, and sorry, this is the custom size. To revert back to the original default one, then we can click on this reset to default option. This is how we can resize this page and change the alignment. Now coming to the uh, background of this canvas. So we have two types of backgrounds we can apply here. First one is color background and the second one is image background. So both the types of backgrounds comes up in image background option. So we will expand it and we will see that transparency level is set to 100%. So transparency means whatever is the background, it will show original background. So as you see, transparency means crystal clear type of thing. So 100% transparency is the same. So we will lower down the transparency rate here, and we will apply first on an initial basis. We will apply color formatting here. So we can choose any color here for the background. If it seems that the background color is too dark or we want some transparency, then we can apply we can change the transparency here. So if we increase the transparency, the color will go light and you can see the behind things here. And for zero transparency, you will see the darker color here. Now we will see how we can apply an image as a background. We have this image option just below the color option here, and we will browse the image. If I click on this browse, then the open pop-up will come up and I will select the image here. For example, I am selecting this demo.jpg and clicking on open. So the by default image fit is set to normal. Whatever is the size of the image is, it will set for that in the middle. Now if we want to set this background for as per the requirement, we can change it to fit. This fit option will change the background size to the size of the page from exactly the same size of the canvas. And if we select this fill option, then it will fit the image to fill as horizontally. So for the upper and lower, there will be some margin left. So most commonly used sizes fit image. We can set the transparency here as well. For example, I am selecting is at 30%. The transparency will come here. So this is how we used to apply canvas background settings. Now we have this filter spin here with our Power BI report. We can apply settings to this as well. We have this option as filter pane. We will expand this filter pane here to apply the formattings in this. So the most common formattings are these font settings. We have font size and font style. We can change the font style to anything we want, just like I have changed it to bold type, and we can resize it. So the least size font size here is 8, and we can increase it as per our requirement. For example, I am using it as 16, and by default it is set to something like 8 or 9, we can say, or 12 somewhere. And we can change the text and icon color here, like I am selecting it this one. This is how we can apply the text changes. Now these are the input fields. Input field, this is we can change the input box color as well. So like I will change it to purple input or pink. header. This header, we can change the size of these headers. By default, the least size here as well is 8, and you can change it to the bigger size as you require it. If we see the search box, you can change the text size of the search box as well. By default, it is 10. I am changing it to like again 14, let's say. Now the border setting, it is by default set to on and the gray color. If you see this filter pane, the outer boundary here, the border is of gray color. So if we want to remove this border, we can turn it off, and the border will get disappear. If we want to turn it on, keep it as it is, we can turn it on. And if we want to change the color, we can change the color as well, like I have changed it to blue or any other color. We can change the background of this filter pane as well, like if I change it to this one, or I can increase the transparency level as well, and we can change the color like this. Whatever we want, we can change the color. And just options, we can increase the width and decrease the width of this. So there are two options to increase or decrease the width. We can hover over this boundary of the filter pane, and we can drag it to increase or decrease. So if we decrease it, the most least size is 180 to 183 pixels. So we cannot reduce its size below that, and we can increase the size to anything we want, like 200 or 300. 300 is much larger, we can change it as per our requirement. Now we have seen all the kinds of formattings here. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.